In a sign of how grave Japan's crisis has become, the Emperor, Akihito, made an unprecedented television address, acknowledging that he is deeply worried, urging his subjects not to give up. It did little to calm a country increasingly distrustful, given the wave of conflicting reports and mixed messages.
There is both positive and negative news. I don't know which I should believe.
And today on Capitol Hill, U.S. Energy Secretary and nuclear expert Stephen Chu said he too is baffled.
And there are conflicting reports, and so we don't really know in detail what's happening.
At the Fukushima plant, there are two key areas of concern: pumping enough water into the reactors to keep the nuclear fuel rods cool to avoid a potential meltdown, and limiting damage to the all-important containment vessels surrounding the reactor cores. There is already a breach in Reactor 2, and there are fears of another breach in Reactor 3.
My confidence is eroded somewhat because of this continual, almost daily degradation in the infrastructure that they have there.
And today, new images of the damage in Reactor 4, the result of yesterday's fire.
This side of the photograph in particular looks just like Chernobyl. You had a fire and a release of radiation particles in the atmosphere, the highest levels we've seen so far.
And now this startling disclosure.
We would recommend an evacuation to a much larger radius.
The U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission said it believed the cooling pool in Reactor 4 was completely dry, leaving the nuclear material to get hotter and hotter. Officials hope a new power line will soon restore the facility's crucial water pumps. But for now, the last line of defense is a rotating group of workers inside, known as the Faceless 50, who are risking their lives to prevent a catastrophe. Wednesday, even they were forced out of the facility for about an hour because of high radiation levels. And Katie, we found out just this morning that the United States has offered the use of a high-tech drone to fly over this troubled site to take detailed pictures of what's going on inside. This is actually a spy drone, which means it's equipped with infrared equipment which can look down and look inside and find out exactly where the hottest spots are. Katie?
And Harry, we know that so far the wind has been blowing in a direction that's been pushing the radiation particles from the reactors out to sea. Could that weather pattern be changing in any way?
Yeah, we've been really lucky. The predominant winds have been west to east, blowing whatever atomic particles out to sea. There are some weather models right now that are saying that could shift in the next couple of days with a predominant north to south wind. And if that happens, and if there's a significant release of radioactive material, it would head right toward Tokyo.
Harry Smith in Tokyo. Thank you, Harry.